Y'all, I promise, one of the things I admire so much about our ancestors is their ability to smile and find joy inside, no matter what type of hell or storm they are going through on the outside. Because for real, this picture was taken in the 1860s. Slavery so-called ended in 1865. So it's likely that this picture was taken during the period of enslavement. Yet and still, this young girl found a way to smile. Don't get it twisted. Children who were enslaved weren't treated well either. See, this is why history is so important. It gives you perspective. Now look, I've had a rough year, and I'm sure you had a rough year too. And we are having a rough time right now. But I promise you that it pales in comparison to what they went through back then. We will get through this. Just remember, as you go throughout your day, find some time to smile, because she sure did.
I'm about to frolic. Oh my God! I'm frolicking! I got on a pink shirt! Why y'all ain't tell me we was frolicking? I'm about to what? I'm still frolicking. Oh, we frolicking? That's what we doing? We frolicking? Let me get my frolic on. Oh!
My brothers, I am sick to my stomach. We are out here frolicking when we should be mobilizing so we can free ourselves and defund the police. But we out here doing this, huh? What? I ain't gonna lie, this kind of nice though.
Oh, word? We're frolicking right now? Is that what? We're frolicking? We're frolicking? Yes, we're frolicking.
Summa cum laude, honors in sociology, honors in mass communication, honors in political science, Xavier Exponential.
I need some black joy. The fact that black joy even exists as a concept in the world is miraculous to me. Asians are no good at joy. We are good at working hard and being diligent and doing our best, but not joy. Colonizers too. Rich lives, no joy. We should never have hooked our stars to theirs. But black people, especially black Americans, are the best at joy. You've turned it into an art form. I know it came from terrible hardship that you've turned into soul and then into joy. And we, Chinese people, we just turn that hardship into more hard work. But I know you can't give it to us. We have to go out and earn it for ourselves just like you did. Joy is a puzzle for every human being, and it's not free. When I ask my black friends where their joy comes from, they inevitably shake their heads and just repeat, "You can't let them take it away from you." That's what it's not. But what is black joy? Can you tell me?
Black boy laugh, it's beautiful. Have you ever seen a black girl dance? It's magical. Have you ever heard a black man sing from the pits of his soul? Have you ever looked at a black woman and not questioned if she's whole? There's so much more to black stories than black pain, like black joy and black praise.
And when we think about these kids who were clearly in Louisiana having the time of their fucking life because they graduated, and we think about white people's reaction to black joy.
Oh yeah, that's
it's not about civility. It's not about decorum. They don't like to see us happy.
I think white people are so triggered by black joy because they have zero control over it. And white people are all about control. And anything they don't get to control and manage and dictate freaks them the hell out.
They don't get to be the leader.
I've come to the conclusion that a lot of white people are irritated by black joy. I was thinking about when Kamala was running for president, Vice President Kamala Harris was running for president, and the Republicans made so much of her laughter. It obviously agitated them so much that she was joyful and would laugh, that it was like they wanted to put out her light. And I've had a few instances that I've mentioned, one just yesterday, again with some black girlfriends at dinner, out enjoying ourselves, laughing, not loud, but joyful, having great conversation. And this woman behind us had such a scowl. She could not enjoy her own meal because she was so fixated on us. And I know that last time I've mentioned stuff like this, white women, would say, or what people would come in my comments and say, oh, y'all would just be acting inappropriately. That's why they were looking, which we weren't, because of course always the blame has to be on us. And it's not far-fetched to be truthful about your resentment of other people's joy. And because you can't grow unless you're truthful about what you need to work on. I remember being in stores and out and about and seeing white kids running around and acting in a way that, would have gotten me in trouble when I was a child. And I felt resentful because I felt like they had the freedom to.
I'm going to keep saying this with my whole chest because some people are not deep thinkers. I understand that you're not a critical thinker. This is not for you. This is just not for you. Scroll up. So, my point today is, well, not today, but at this moment, like, why does Black joy bother some white people? And some other groups, but majority is white people. And not all of you. You know what I'm talking about. You ever notice how the group of Black folks, like, they come together laughing, dancing, and just vibing, and suddenly it's labeled as too loud, too ghetto, or too much? Jealousy. Jealousy. You know why? Because they couldn't strip that away. And it's surviving. But let's be real. It's not about the volume that's the problem. It's the vibrations. It's the freedom. It's the fact that we can still find joy after centuries of trying to be stripped of who we are. We still make something out of nothing. You understand? See, Black joy is like disruptive in certain people. It challenges. And where we're supposed to be broken and angry and silent, it's like loving, living, and celebrating. So it's not just confusion. It's threatening to a certain group of people. Because Black joy, for us, is power, is resistance, it's healing, it's ancestral. Of all the things they said we could not do, it's lies. Remember, we were here way before other groups were here. And now our happiness is not a performance. It's reclaiming who we said we always were. So the next time somebody looks uncomfortable with your Black joy, remember that you're not the problem. They're just uncomfortable and can't believe that after all this time, we are still celebrating who we are and who we are meant to be and who we are growing to be. So tell me, have you ever felt like your joy made somebody else uncomfortable? Let's talk about it, y'all. To me, I don't give a flying fuck who feels uncomfortable. This is my life, my body, and if you feel uncomfortable, move the fuck away. Right? Because where I was for Black Bike Weekend, we were on the side, I'm not gonna say the grown folks side, but we like our peace. So of course, it was a mix of Black and white people. Like, we all around each other. We all talking to each other. You think anybody grabbed their purse because they see bikers in leather? No, they're used to it. They're talking, they're waving, they're like, oh, let me tell me about your bike, blah, 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 blah. These are people talking, not a They can't stand to see people getting their value from within. Like, you know how many white people have asked why are like, they've literally, I've seen it in the comments, I've seen it in videos of white people saying, Black people, like, how do you get your joy? Like, how are you so happy? Like, why, like we know that we've oppressed you for all this time. How do you still stand up and smile and dance? Like, they want us, and that's not to say that they want us to, well, some of them certainly want us to, like, not be happy. But even the ones who do not actively try to make sure we're not happy, they feel like we should be unhappy. And so they ask, why are you so happy? And that's because they themselves have been trained and brought up to think that their happiness comes from external validation. Y'all, that is what it is. Because white culture, white American culture is very consumerist. It is very, you get your value from having the biggest house. You get your value from having the hottest husband and the prettiest woman. You get your value from having the most, the highest paying job. You get your value from having the highest net worth. That is literally how a lot of white Americans define their value, is if I have this external indicator that everyone else can see that says I am worthy. The higher that number on the stock ticker for them, that is the higher their value. And and when that is where your value comes from, you will always look at people who are poor or people who have no money and be like, why are you smiling? And it's just like, because my value does not come from some artificial number on a board that someone else made up. Like, what? That is crazy. But another thing is when you have the mentality of my value comes from things outside of me, you have the mentality that everyone else has that same mentality. And so so then it becomes a whole lot of projection. It becomes a whole lot of projection of like, I would be insecure if I were in your place, so why aren't you insecure? Like, it's just like, so the projection starts, and it's like, and that makes them mad as well, because they just expect you to think like them, and it's like, absolutely not. Hustle culture is one of the external validation traps. It sure is. And that goes into, y'all don't let me get on my history box. Because the Black Panthers, y'all, they were very anti-capitalism, very communist, pro-communist, pro-everyone working.
Hey man, your favorite cousin Dre, we outside at the 9th annual Oakland Black Joy Parade. You see the horses outside, you see all this black beauty, all this melanin. We just outside vibing, man. Shout out the creators of the Black Joy Parade, man. We appreciate y'all. Shout out Oakland, cousin Dre. This is how we doing it. If you didn't come, you should have been here. Maybe next year. Yo, what's going on? Black Joy Parade, Oakland, Oak Bears, beautiful thing. Shout out to Cameo, always covering what's going on in the community. It's a beautiful engagement, man. Wonderful to see all these people out here. My name is Mr. Fab. I represent the whole city of Oakland, California, and the greater Bay Area. Appreciate y'all tuning in.
Shout out 106 Cameo.
An Asian woman came on here and asked, what is Black Joy? And y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all decided to answer that question. Y'all can't keep nothing to yourself. So I'm going to answer the question now. I want you to sell your parents and grandparents and put them into slavery. I want you to take your sisters and brothers, cousins, and have people hang them from a tree. I want you to have your kids be sold into slavery. I want this to happen for 400 years. 400 years. I want you to fight for your freedom, or try to fight for your freedom. I want you to fight for it and only get equal rights, as they will call it. I want you to understand everything that you do will excel, but the people above you will not allow you to excel. So they steal from you, they take from you, and they plan it as their own. I want you to keep fighting and keep fighting and keep fighting until you feel you have no more fight anymore. And that's when your Black Joy will come. Have a good day.
Racist America fumes at the sight of happiness, especially when that person smiling is black. It's as if this country specializes in anger Olympics. Being a little too happy disturbs the patriotism. 3 or more laughs in one place is like being investigated by a mall cop. I'm gonna need to see some ID. Because deep down, they believe that pain is the only state that black indigenous people are allowed to live in. Black people start laughing too loud at their cousin's cookout. They throw on some Frankie Beverly. They start dancing with their auntie in a sundress while the ribs are sizzling. Instantly, their lives are in danger. It's like watching a perfect example of a case study on people who have a problem with control. It's like their obsession isn't just with control, it's like with the optics of it as well. They want to be seen as dominant in the space, because they seem to disappear when there is Black Joy. When you throw your graduation cap in the air, surrounded by your entire family in matching t-shirts, they don't see achievement, they see defiance. Because in their minds, success was never black people's storyline. The truth is, Black Joy is a glitch in the racist lies that they feed themselves. They built a whole myth of superiority that only works if you're miserable, delusional, insecure, jealous, and mediocre. When black people shift the world with their joy and laughter, the racist's entire self-image starts to crack. This is why racists gatekeep golf courses, ban urban dress codes, side-eye loud laughter, and call the cops when the music's just a little too bassy. The unnecessary hate and determination to ruin black people's happiness is a disease, a brain-eating amoeba that siphons the cognition out of America's privileged society. And what hurts the most is that happiness and Black Joy is more infectious.
Afraid and not jealous. There are some, but we didn't cross any this weekend, okay? But have y'all ever experienced that? Like, you have enjoy, you have a celebration, especially with all the graduates. Did you see those comments talking about black fatigue in the comments of Black Joy celebrating the college? See, the point that I'm trying to get at is no one who doesn't how can I say this? If you black, you understand. It comes naturally. And it doesn't matter what state you from. We all have a common denominator of celebrating our blackness. And people can't stand that.
The demonization of black joy is rooted in white supremacy. Because why are you really upset at the fact that these kids who just spent the last 12 years in a school system designed to put them in prison are dancing? You're mad because they're dancing in a way that you think would not be appropriate to white viewers. You think because they're dancing like they're ghetto that they're bringing us back. Despite the fact that all of these kids defied the odds, and they have a far greater chance of becoming successful in life, bringing up the community. But what a lot of y'all fail to realize is that blackness, black joy specifically, is actually a tool of resistance that has been weaponized against white supremacy. And because of that, white supremacy had to weaponize black joy against us by saying it's not appropriate or civilized. Despite the fact that this is something that our ancestors would do continually, they are doing something that is ancestral, that is genetically encoded into their DNA. To celebrate however they want, to feel free in that moment, to express how they feel in any way they choose. They're not hurting anybody. They're not bashing anybody. They're simply existing and feeling free to express themselves in the way that they want. And we demonize it? Deconstruct and decolonize your mind.
What's happening? What's going on? Welcome back to the Likurupu. Now, white Americans are ragged, are angry, are not happy about black people's happiness, black joy, black progress. One thing I believe that a white person will always want to see a black person drowning in debts, drowning in poverty, drowning in stress, drowning in depression. They want to see a black man struggling, a black man suffering. But this time, white Americans are angry to find out that black people are very happy, are making moves, are achieving things, are creating their own joy. Feel me? You know, all I know is that everybody wants to be happy in life, succeed in life, become something in life. But white Americans will always want to step on black people because they have always stepped on black Americans. They have always find a way to step on black people. Okay? Because they fear seeing a black man progressing. Okay? Trump fears Obama succeeding. Trump fears Barack Obama making a move. Trump fears Barack Obama getting attention. Trump wants to see Barack Obama struggling. But that one ain't happening. Because the way Barack Obama is achieving things in his life, leaving behind a very, very big and important legacy that nobody will come to erase. It's funny to find out that Barack Obama is achieving things, building his own library without any funds from the government. He is doing his own things his own way. Okay? So whatever he does, there's a reason as to why he does what he does. Because they want to see a black man suffering. But Barack Obama is keeping the legacy of the black Americans. They want to see them achieving things. Yes, we can. And anything he does it for the people, not for his own stomach, not for his own property, not for his own kids or his own wife. He does for his own people. He does everything for people. That's why Barack Obama is able to win hearts every now and again. Because it's not okay for one group of people to be suffering while other people are now achieving things, because they have also believed or be taught that the way the black people should be living the life, they must be acquiring something from them to live the life. Maybe for them to achieve things, for a black man to get to some level, they have to take part in it. But that ain't happening this time, because black people are creating their own joy on their own. They are living the life on their own. They're doing their things on their own. They ain't waiting for somebody from somewhere to come here and try to advise them. No. We ain't waiting for somebody from this kind of group to come here and validate us anymore. We are here to improve our life. You are here to build our life, because the history, it's so hard for a white person to believe that American history has anything to do with a black person. But honestly, America has been built by black people, slaves. For many years, they came in Africa, they took slaves in, take them to America. They built their own life. But then, why do they want to make us feel like we are the one who are who must really believe in them? We are the one who must really be depending on them. We are the one who must be being stepped on for someone to achieve something. We can't walk freely in a supermarket. We can't walk freely in a restaurant. We can't walk just be having our own life freely without somebody stepping on us. Somebody must use us to achieve something. They want what we create, but they don't want us to be part of it. Tell me in the comments, do you feel like American people that are blacks can achieve things without the hand of a black person? Or without the hands of the white people? Or without any white person taking part in it? For me, of course, yes. Once I love you, peace be with you. I'm out.